Hey guys, I'm only making this video because, I usually make these type of videos when I feel down or when I feel like I have something to say, but, today I didn't really have anything to say. Obviously, it still hurt a little bit. I was still thinking about my ex-girlfriend. But you know what? Today's been an amazing day. Me and my girlfriend broke up with me about a month ago, and, you know, I'm grateful for every day that God's given me, even though it hurts. Because I'm grateful for what God has given me. I'm grateful for days when God brings me a day, even though it hurts. I'm grateful for it because I know people out there aren't as lucky as me to have these days that God's given me. I'm grateful for it. Today, this is a good day. I had a good outfit. All my friends were coming to me or they were talking to me, making me laugh. I was making them laugh too. You know, I was thinking about her as much. I woke up, I didn't really think about her at all. You know. And I saw this girl a lot who, you know, who I really like. Obviously, I'm not trying to move on right away. I'm trying to, but it's kind of like automatic. It's like I don't really want to, I don't really want to make her a rebound, so I'm taking my time healing. But, you know, she was staring at me a lot, and I was kind of trying not to stare back, but, it was kind of hard not to. But she was staring at me a lot, and I thought she was really pretty, you know. She's really sweet. I could tell, she's really sweet and she has a lot of interests like me, like playing tennis, just spending time with God, spending time with nature, and that's what I like in a person. I don't want somebody who's lazy. I don't want somebody who, expects everything to happen by giving to them, I want somebody who, actually does things and spend time outside, That's what I want to do. Anyways, and even though I didn't get really, I had two tests today, but I doubt I did really good, I didn't do as good as I thought, and, it was a good day because I was able to take my friends, I laughed with my friends a lot. I got home, it was kind of sad because I was alone, but, I had a really good workout, I ate a lot of food, focusing on myself, improving on myself, I had a good day. I know tomorrow will be an amazing day too. Hopefully, I see that girl tomorrow. I just want to tell you about her for a little bit, I'm really short. It's funny y'all know that. If she's shorter than me, that's pretty hard to find somebody like that. And she's really pretty eyes. She's really nice brunette hair, like really light brown hair. Like it's so pretty. And she's really smiling. She was happy. She doesn't vape. She's very smart. Unlike all my other previous girlfriends who mostly CP, but like let's not talk about that. Anyways, yeah, she's really smart. You know, she's really pretty voice. I remember last week we were partners for a lab, right? And we were partners, like cause usually for these type of labs, these chemistry labs, our teacher let us choose our partners, But now she kind of switched it up, and I'm not even kidding you. But the first thought I had in my mind when she was switching it up, I was like, what if I have her? What if God brought us together? Like as a joke, I was like, no way she does that. And guess what? Like I said, like she kind of gives like slips. She's like, with a number on it, and we have to find a person who matches our number. I said, who has two? And she had the biggest smile on her face. She said, I have two. And she like walked towards me, and man, I would do anything to play the moment. Honestly, I would do so much. I would pay so much just to replay that moment in no time. Because she had the biggest smile. She was really sweet, and we were doing a part of the lab together. She was really sweet, and I could tell that she was trying, and she obviously like, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really pulling my weight because I'm pretty smart, I would say, but I'm not the smartest, Not that good at chemistry, but I know I'm getting better. Anyways, well, life's been pretty good. It's been a little almost emotionally broke up, but I'm doing good, I still think about it sometimes, but I don't dwell on the past. I don't, just say what could have been happening, could have been this, she's so, no, what was the beach photos, and, it's in the past. passed, and I realized that, that we needed this breakup. We needed to take a break. That it's God's plan. Cause I knew that we could break up eventually. And we needed that breakup, even though I didn't want it as much as I wanted as much as I wanted to. Because I was trying to delay the inevitable as long as possible. That kind of hurt me in a way where I was able to grow, I was able to heal, and really grow close to her. And when we broke up, I didn't know what to do, and but now that I'm back on my feet, I'm back in myself, I'm able to grow, heal, go close to my family, go close to God, and be somebody so much better. I'm more happy. I don't have to act happy. I am happy. I don't have to act, oh my God, like I'm the show them that happy to make her jealous. I am happy. I'm happy, man. I have all my friends, I have my family near me. I have God. I have the gym. I have my I have things. I love to do every day. I know your life. You might probably going through verses and just a breakup. You might not. You might be. But if you are, I just want to tell you that it gets better. If you're with me right now, it gets better, and it got better. Wanna know how? Because I didn't brush into relationship right away. I didn't drink. I didn't vape. I went to parties, every now and then, just talk to my friends. But I didn't drink. They offered me drinks, and I said no. They said, all right, because I don't drink. I don't want to vape. I don't want to do any of that stuff, But what she did, she rushed into relationship right away. She talked to the boy right away, and I'm not gonna judge her. I'm not gonna make fun of her for that. Because that's what she wants to do, and that's fine with me. Because she's not mine anymore. I realized that, and I have no control over her anymore. I have nothing to do for her anymore. I don't want anything to do for her anymore. I still care for her. I still love her. I still have feelings for her. I still have these feelings for her, but they're not feelings for her. If she asks me back right now, I'm not gonna just, please come back. No, I need. I'm gonna tell her that she hurt me a lot, and how, and how much I changed, how much better I am, and I probably wouldn't get back together with her. Probably, meaning most definitely. Why? Because she hurt me a lot. She's not the girl. She's a very, she's a very, what's the word? Ideal woman, I guess. I don't know. She's very beautiful. She's very kind. But the thing is that we have very different interests, and that's not because she was very lazy. She was, I always push her out of bed. She never ate. I always push her so much, and anytime I did, it never felt like a help. I always felt like I was being a burden instead of helping her. And I love doing stuff. I love waking up early in the morning, getting my day started. Going outside, doing things, learning about new stuff. But she was sat in her bed watching Instagram music, doing stuff like that, and that's not what I want to do in my life. I realized that. Even though we did so much together, even though we had some common interests, sometimes, there's other things that are more important. After the breakup, I knew that I needed the breakup because I needed to change. I needed to grow into somebody. Pardon me. I needed to grow into somebody that is better than what I am already. Because I know I'm not good. I'm not the best boyfriend, but I know I can be better. I'm not gonna be a perfect boyfriend, but I know I can be better. That's all that matters. There are some moments where I miss her, some moments where I feel like, I need her, but it's been going away, and I'm doing a lot better. But I'm chilling. I don't, because I focus on myself. I learned about myself. I started taking therapy. I I bought a Bible and go to like God. You know, I went to the gym every day with my friends. You know, I spend more time with my mom, my family. You know, and these make my life more meaningful. You know, instead of just just I don't know. I just, this girl, she's incredible. I mean, how else to put it? She loves hiking. She loves going outside. She loves eating. She loves, she's. I don't really care about her body, but she's a very, nice body. Okay, that sounds really, really wrong. No, I don't lust at all. I don't really like see girls and say, oh, I want. She's a big. I don't care about that because God didn't put these girls on the earth for boys to lust. That's not. I don't care about that at all. I'm definitely waiting until marriage, and if I don't keep my promise, then I know I will. I'm gonna ask for God to control my lust. I need you too. Because I remember, lusting was a big problem for me. I remember jerking off was a big problem for me. I always did it so much, like even like a couple times a day, which was horrible for me. And I looked at myself in the mirror like, would God really want this for me? Is this really worth it when I go up to heaven and he says, so you lusted when I told you not to stop and you still did it? And I looked at myself, is that why I want God to say to me? And I thought no, so I stopped. I'm done. I still get some, thoughts about it sometimes. But, I'm still able to block it out. I'm still able to say, no, I'm not doing this right now. I just block it out completely. No, it's hard, bro. But why I kind of think of it is kind of saying, like, if I do it, I'm going to have a bad day. I'm going to have a bad day tomorrow. And if I want a good day, I just don't do it. That's kind of like, something that helped me a lot. It's probably is different for you because obviously, everybody's different, but, that's what helped me. Anyways, yeah, today was just amazing, I just remember all I can kind of think about just seeing her, like, eyes look at me. 'Cause I remember, I was in my class, I was really tired because I had a lot of homework last night. I was staying up late, I was calling my friends, just talking about my homework, and I had a lot of fun last night, And I was kind of like laying back in my chair, kind of looking forward, and because she's behind, like, kind of like really far behind me, and the second I got my head around me, she was looking at me and she like darted her head over like a way, and she was kind of embarrassed, and man, I don't think of it. I think she likes me, but hopefully, I mean, maybe she's some weird, maybe she's some ugly, maybe she thinks I don't know. I won't think of her, but I think she's really pretty. I think she's really smart. I think she's really kind and active like I am. I don't care for her body. Honestly, I love her body. I mean, okay, sounds really wrong. I when I did my ex-girlfriend, I loved her body, but I loved her more. And that's what you guys need. You guys can't just say, I love her body. You gotta say, like, what she has physically is not as important as what she has mentally. If she has a nice heart, she has a nice brain, nice, that's more important than having, whatever you guys want in a girl. I care about looks a lot. I care about if they actually try. I care about that a lot. But no, actually, I don't care about it a lot. I'd say, as long as she's comfortable, as long as she's, as long as she's comfortable in what she wears, as long as she's confident, then I'm gonna, obviously, I love her for that. I'm gonna compliment her, you know. Anyways, life's pretty damn good. one thing I need to work on is, not swearing. I feel like that's like my sins. I'm able to control them very well. Especially my lust, like gluttony. Stuff like the most, my anger is kind of a different story, but I mean, like, swearing is just been a really big problem for me. Like, I'm not, oh yeah, like envy, I feel like envy is like, I don't really get jealous, I don't really get, yeah, anyway, sorry. But I feel like swearing has just been a really big problem for me. I've been swearing a lot. I feel like it's become like a habit for like everybody nowadays, where we just like kind of say it, we think about it, And I feel like, swearing is just a horrible habit. Because when you have kids, when you have, when you're at dinner table with your girlfriend's parents, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can slip out randomly, you won't even know it, I mean, I guess some people have filters, but like, you just never know. I just don't want to risk it, Alright, man, I'm probably going to bed. Got a big day tomorrow. Last day before break, and I'm gonna, hang with my friends, try to do something, Alright. Good luck, everybody. Peace out, alright? Stay strong. Don't give up. Peace.